This device was mainly developed for performing multiplication and division. So, Joseph Mary Jacquard invented the Jacquard loom. Very important question for 5 marks. EDVAC stands for Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. Less power and AC was not required in third generation computers. So, ICs are replaced by microprocessor. Welcome to my second session. I am Shweta, Computer Science Faculty, Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. In my last session, I have discussed Introduction to Computer, Hardware and Software, Data and User, and the block diagram of computer. So, computer is an electronic data processing device that can store, recall and process data. So, Charles Babbage is the father of computer, and Alan Turing is the father of computer science. Whenever you think about computers, there are 4 different things which should come to your mind. That is hardware, software, data and information, and user. So, hardware means is a physical component of a computer system. Example, keyboard, monitor, mouse, etc. And what is software? Software is a set of programs or set of instructions, is a collection of programs. Example, operating system. Mainly there are 2 types of software, that is system software and application software. And what is data? Data is a raw facts that can processed by computers, is a raw materials. There is no exact meaning for the data. After the processing of data, we can call it as is a information. And who are the user? User is a person who utilizes a computer. And also I explained about how computers are works. And also I explained about the block diagram of computer system. And also I explained about the block diagram of computer. A computer is designed using 4 basic units, that is input unit, CPU, memory unit, and output unit. So, mainly there are 4 basic units in computer. So, first unit is input unit. Input unit means the process of entering data into the computers. So, data can be in the form of words, text and audio and commands, etc. So, input unit means the process of entering data into the computers. With the help of input devices, data are entered through computer system. So, example for input devices, keyboard, mouse, joystick, barcode reader, etc. And so, next one is CPU. CPU stands for Central Processing Unit. So, what is CPU? CPU is the brain of the computer system. Without the CPU, we can't get the exact results. So, CPU can perform all parts of the computer system. And we have memory unit. What is memory unit? Memory unit is the amount of data that can store in a storage unit. Mainly there are 2 types of memory, that is primary memory and secondary memory. So, primary memory means is the main memory of the computer system. It can consist of RAM and ROM. And what is secondary memory? Secondary memory is an extra memory of the computer system. Example for secondary memory is hard disk, floppy disk, magnetic disk and optical disk, etc. So, these are the 4 units of computer system, that is input unit, CPU, memory unit and output unit. How computers work? Computers accepts raw data as input and it's stored in a memory, and CPU can process the data and it will give the meaningful information called output. So, these are the things we have studied in my previous session. So, today I am going to discuss about the evolution of computer. Evolution of computers, how computers and programming languages are evolved in history. First, they have introduced abacus. So, what is abacus? Abacus is also called as counting frame, is a calculating tool. Abacus is called as counting frame and it is a calculating tool. The first counting device was the abacus. Approximately 4 years ago, the Chinese invented the abacus. It was the first machine used for counting and calculating, and it is made up of wooden frame, metal rods and wooden beads. Abacus is still used widely in China and other Asian countries to count and calculate. Just as we use calculators, they are used abacus for calculating purpose. So abacus is a counting frame and calculating tool. So next is Napier's bones. In the early 17th century, John Napier, a Scottish mathematician, invented other calculating machine called Napier bound. This device was mainly developed for performing multiplication and division. John Napier was invented another calculating tool for performing multiplication and division. So, Napier bones was based upon manipulation of rods with printed digits. You can see the image here. It's manipulated rods with printed digits. They are used for calculating purpose for performing multiplication and division. So, next is slide rule. It was invented by William Octet. Slide rule was widely used for calculations when the scientific calculator was invented, creating much easier. Using this slide rule, they were finding the scientific calculations. So, slide rule was invented by William Octet. And next is adding machine Pascaline. The French mathematician by the name Blaise Pascal invented the Pascaline. Who invented Pascaline? Very important question for 1 mark. Blaise Pascal invented Pascaline. Pascaline is known as the first mechanical and automatic calculator. This is the first mechanical and automatic calculator. This machine could add and subtract two numbers directly. So, Blaise Pascal invented the Pascaline. Pascaline is known as the first mechanical and automatic calculator. It was the first mechanical and automatic calculator which was developed by Blaise Pascal. So, next one is Leibniz calculator. So, this is one type of calculator for performing all the arithmetic operations. So, it is developed by mathematician Gottfried Leibniz, built a calculator in 1650 that could add, subtract and multiply and divide the numbers. It can perform all the arithmetic operations. So, that is called as Leibniz calculator. So, Leibniz calculator is used for performing all arithmetic operations. So, next one is Jacquard loom. Jacquard loom. You can see the image of this Jacquard loom. So, Joseph Mary Jacquard invented the Jacquard loom for adding text and pictures. For adding the text and pictures, they have invented Jacquard loom. This can be taken as the first read-only memory device. So, it is the first read-only devices they have invented. It helps to adding the pictures and images. So, Jacquard loom is a device for adding the pictures and images. Next we have difference and analytical engine. The English mathematician by the name Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage is designed a computing machine called the difference engine. Charles Babbage invented the difference analytical engine. This machine was to be used in a calculating and printing of sample math problems. And the Charles Babbage invented second analytical engine called difference engine. So, it helps to perform the calculating and print the math table. So, Charles Babbage is known as the father of analytical engine. So, next we have generations of computers. Very important question for 5 marks. Depending on the development of technology, generations can be classified into 5 types. That is, first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation and fifth generation. First we'll see the first generation. First generation is developed from 1940 to 1956. The first generation computer was started with vacuum tubes. So this is the vacuum tubes. The first generation computer was designed with vacuum tubes as the basic components. So this is a magnetic material which they have used in first generation. So vacuum tube is a magnetic material which they have used in a first generation computers. The speed of these computers was very slow and storage capacity was very less compared to other generation computers. Storage capacity was very less and speed also very slow in first generation computers, and it is very big and bulky. It acquires the entire room. So it is very big in size. Speed also very less and storage capacity also very less. It is very expensive compared to other generation of computers. This generation was operated upon only machine languages. In first generation computer, there was no keyboard, mouse, monitor, printers, and there was no programming languages. And input was based on punch card and paper tapes, and output was obtained as printout. So it consumes more electricity. So AC was required in first generation. It consumes more electricity. The first generation computers are ENIAC, IDVAC and UNIVAC. So what is ENIAC? ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator, and IDVAC stands for Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer, and UNIVAC stands for Universal Automatic Computers. So what is ENIAC? ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator. ENIAC is considered to be the first operational electronic digital computer. ENIAC is considered to be the first operational electronic digital computer, and ENIAC used 200 kilowatts of electric power and consists of 18,000 of vacuum tubes. It consumes more electric current, and ENIAC performs arithmetic and transfer operations simultaneously. ENIAC stands for Electronic Numerical Integrator and Calculator. Very important question for 1 mark. Expand ENIAC. Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. And next one we have IDVAC. IDVAC stands for Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. It was the earliest electronic computer. It was performed all arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction and multiplication, division. It was to be a vast improvement of ENIAC. So it is an improvement version of ENIAC. So IDVAC stands for Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer. So next one is UNIVAC. UNIVAC stands for Universal Automatic Computers. So very important question for 1 mark. Expand UNIVAC. Universal Automatic Computer. UNIVAC is a first generation computer. It was handled both numbers and alphabetic characters equally as well. So next we have second generation computer. Second generation computer was developed from 1956 to 1963. So in second generation, transistors were used in place of vacuum tubes. In first generation, they were used vacuum tubes as a magnetic material. In second generation, they used transistors as a magnetic material. So this is the transistor which they have used in second generation computer. This machine was more reliable and more fast compared to first generation computer, and storage capacity was higher than the first generation computers. So in second generation computer, which is a magnetic material they have used, so transistor is a magnetic material which they have used in second generation computers, and it generates less heat and consumed less electricity. In first generation computers, it used more electricity, but in second generation computers, it used less electricity. So, AC is not required in second generation computers. So, speed is very high compared to first generation. So, in second generation, they used transistors as a magnetic material, and it is very fast and reliable than first generation computer. And in second generation computer, they have used punch cards for input and printout for output. Again, same as in first generation, which they have used for input and output, punch cards for input and printout for output. So, this is punch card machine which they have used for input, for giving the data. And this computer moved from the use of machine language to assembly language. In first generation, they were used machine language, but in second generation, they moved from machine language to assembly language. In my coming session, I will discuss about machine language and assembly language. So, next is third generation computer. The third generation computer developed from 1964 to 1971. In the third generation, they used, in place of transistors, they have used integrated circuits, that is ICs. So, ICs are the magnetic materials which they have used in third generation computer. So, this is IC chip. In this generation, keyboard and monitors were used instead of punch cards and printout. So, in third generation, they introduced keyboard and monitors in place of punch cards and printout. Why they have used the ICs as a magnetic material in third generation? Because it increased the processing speed and storage capacity. So, ICs were increased the speed of processing and storage capacity. Compared to second generation, storage capacity was high and it is reliable than second generation computer. And these computers were more reliable, smaller in size and faster compared to second generation computers. And its maintenance cost was very low compared to previous generations. So, maintenance cost was very low, it consumes less power and AC was not required in third generation computers. So, it is very reliable and faster than second generation computer. So, next we have fourth generation computer. It is developed from 1971 to 1980. So, ICs are replaced by microprocessor. In fourth generation computer, microprocessors were used in place of ICs. Here they have used microprocessor as a magnetic material. In fourth generation computer, they have introduced operating system and basic programming languages. So, fourth generation computers technology is called as very large scale integrated technology. So, VLSI. VLSI stands for Very Large Scale Integrator Circuit. VLSI. 1 mark question. Expand VLSI. Very Large Scale Integrated Circuits. So, in fourth generation computer, they have used microprocessor as a magnetic material. They have introduced operating system and basic programming languages. And it is more reliable compared to third generation computer, and it is very speedier than third generation computer. So, last generation is fifth generation, called as artificial intelligence. It's think like a human being. It's developed from 1980 to till date. So, it is called as artificial intelligence generation, that is fifth generation. Present we are in fifth generation of computer. So, fifth generation computer involves artificial intelligence which made the computer think like human beings. So, this generation uses VLSI and ultra VLSI, very large scale integrated circuit and ultra large scale integrated circuit. This technology is called as VLSI and ULSI technology, and these computers are more intelligent and faster compared to other generation of computers. Speed is very high compared to previous generation and it consumes less electricity. Fifth generation is based on artificial intelligence technology. So, these are the 5 different generations we have studied. So, we learned 5 different generations. So first generation, second generation, third generation and fourth and fifth generation. Which is a magnetic material they have used in first generation, that is vacuum tubes. And second generation, it is transistors. Third generation, ICs, integrated circuit, and fourth generation microprocessor, and fifth generation artificial intelligence. So which are the first generation computers? ENIAC, IDVAC and UNIVAC. So today we learnt evolution of computer and the generation of computers. Very important question for 5 marks. So in my next session, I will discuss about the classification of computer and the application of computer. Thank you.